Alex Answer here, coming to you November 18th, 2012, from the San Luis Valley, which is in south central Colorado. It's one of the most isolated places on Earth that I've ever been, and I've seen some pretty isolated spots. Been here a few days. It's a little windy right now. It's probably about 45 degrees. And where I am right now is about 3 hours from Colorado Springs. There's a couple small towns around here, but where I currently am is not actually listed as a town. So San Luis is the closest town per se, but this area just uses its zip code. You can get online and Google the Rio Grande ranches, and you can see how cheap some of the property is out here. I mean, for less than $5,000, you can get 5 acres. And you can leave the rest of the money towards a house you might build and construct on property out here where the laws are a little more lax than a lot of places. This is simple living. It's not for everybody. Some people are meant to just simply stay in Babylon and live paycheck to paycheck. Some people can't deal with the cold. And I think there's something empowering about coming out to places like this and being in your own space, being in your own head, reading a book, doing what you want to do for more than just a few days. You know, there's a lot of people that don't understand why I would come out to a place like this. And I sometimes don't understand why so many people don't seem to understand. I mean, it's not that big of a deal to be living outside the confines of the cage. What's strange, what's always seemed strange to me all my life, even when I lived in Portland, was when I saw people facing extreme hardships, but for whatever reason choosing to stay in the city. Sometimes it's a drug addiction, sometimes it's something else, sometimes it's just an inability to get out somewhere else, and it's my personal choice to have these adventures. And it's a blessing to have time. It's a blessing to have that resource. And that's a commodity that a lot of people don't have when they're chasing the dollar. And they think that's the ultimate measure of wealth. And if you choose to work and you choose to make an income, that's your choice. That's your own decision. But it should be your own decision. Whatever you do in this life. We weren't built, we weren't brought into this world to stay slaves indefinitely. We're supposed to get outside the cage. Don't ever sell yourself short and think that you're limited to one way of living because of the way the economic system is and the potential future of the US dollar and many, many other things. If you really want something, if you really want to get away from a city that you feel enslaved to or enslaved in, there is an opportunity, there is a way, there is a possibility. My focus is to hopefully make some videos of my travels in this region. If you can donate or like to contribute in any way, there's a link over at alexansory.tv. I want more people to shed the fear that they have of taking chances in life and hitting the road and doing what makes them happy. I can do it, and this goes in terms of many cases, whether it be traveling or doing your own TV show or expressing an opinion, writing an article or something like that. If I can do it, many of you can do it as well.
What the fuck?
You got gas in there, man?
Yeah.
So it goes 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's real sketchy when it does that.
Do you build this yourself?
I didn't build the motor, it was like a kit.
Uh-huh.
Just kind of rigged to bikes. It's not working very well. Here, pick up the back end, John.
Well, that's off right there.
Yeah.
The choke is off, you're flooding it. That's
Oh.
Woo! Oh, shit. I've actually always wanted to make a bike like that. I never have.
I did it in Alamosa shit all the time.
Oh, yeah?
I had a trailer that went on it, like a Bob's trailer.
You gonna take it for a spin?
You gotta
Yeah.
be careful about this is all fucked up right now.
Right.
The accelerator is fixed.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to fix it.
I don't know. Alright, how do you operate this thing?
That's your go stop.
Accelerator.
Yep, brake. Pedal.
And you can pedal with it too.
Okay.
Pedal, pedal.
He's not going very fast.
Wait, so what are we looking at here?
I don't know.
Underground shelter?
Stick your head down in here. Look. This
Okay.
is a 7 cube foot hole. Wire mesh, rebar, all the way through the floor. We got 18-inch pad of concrete on the floor. Look at here. Stick your head in here, man.
Okay.
Look at the magnitude of this fucking hole.
Okay.
And then we got flat lava rock mortared up. And then we've been backfilling and tamping dirt back here to reinforce the wall.
For like an emergency or something?
No. Long story. Well, they broke into our place when we first come out here.
Right.
And they stole everything my dad ever had.
Right.
40 grand worth of shit. They left us the hand tools.
So how hard was it to build this little space here? Which could be used for all types of things, by the way, whether hiding stuff or hiding people or getting out of a big storm.
Well, they left us the hand tools, so my dad says, hey son, how you feel about digging a hole? I said, okay. So I started digging this hole. It took me a week, 18 hours a day. Look over there at those mountains there, red.
Sangre de Cristo, blood of Christ.
The blood of
Why they call it the
Christ.
blood of Christ?
Sangre de Cristo. Is that not majestic or what, brother?
Pretty powerful.
Ah, this is pussy shit. Wait till you're on top of one of those. Drive all the way on the top of that one. I'll take you up there. Sometimes it's really kick-ass fucking roads around.
What kind of military plane is it?
It looks like a commercial airliner to me, but I can't be sure. I just some dumb country boy. I just some dumb cowboy.
It's from NORAD. That's what they do. It's just they're just drills. They're pilots learning to fly, and it always goes through the same place, through the mountains.
So this is the empty yurt where I'm staying, and I don't have any power. It's going to be real quiet out here, but I'm going to make the most of it. Some extra firewood. I can buy some in town, but I'm only going to be going in town once a week, and I don't have that much money, so I have to harvest what I can find, but there's not that much wood around here. I found this at the river, so I'm going to have to be very careful. I have some propane for my Mr. Heater. You can find those online for about $90. There's the propane tank. And of course I've got some lamp oil and some other things. So just, you know, a brief snapshot of, I'm going to be cooking with this later. And later today, for the first time in a long time, I'm going to be cooking a steak on charcoal. This is a hibachi that the neighbor gave me. So I want to put this to good use. And I got a bag over here. Could use some more. I don't have any lighter fluid, so it's going to be kind of an experiment to get this going. This is the shed back here. There's the fuel tools. And I'm going to have to make good use of that gas can. I almost ran out the other day. Now here's the cooler. There's not that much in there right now, but these froze last night. So what you can do if you don't have any ice is you can fill up with water these empty containers, let it sit out overnight, it'll freeze, and then early in the morning put it in the cooler. And it'll keep some of your food cold. There's a steak down there, I have some salad. And I'll get some eggs and some butter, and that should keep me set. And I'm doing all this, by the way, without food stamps. So I'm having to be very, very careful with the finances. But I'm living simply, and I'm probably going to get caught up on some reading. I'm going to be doing some writing. This is going to be an amazing experience. I don't know if these are chemtrails, because this is not a dense population zone. But we do have military bases nearby, Air Force bases, you know. I don't know how close. I know 40 miles away there's one. So there's some training that we'll see as we're out here. Some F-16 jets flying over the mountains. A little couch over here. Over here, I'm using the power of the sun to clean this extra sleeping bag, because I've realized I'm now going to have to use two. So I'm going to use this one on the inside one, and then one inside of that. So this will be on the outside. It's pretty thick. It's a thick Coleman sleeping bag. This is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited. And also, of course, there's the Rio Grande real close. So that's a great escape to immerse oneself in another aspect of nature, which is a little bit that way.